So for TDS, before starting the TDS, we have to see few things. Like we can generate the TDS. We can have the TDS report 26Q we are going to see today. Okay, so we will start with the session. So let us understand. So basics of the TDS we will see first. So what are the basics of the TDS? Then we will see the configuration of the TDS. Then we will see how we can pass the TDS via JV and purchase. Okay, then we will see the lower or zero deduction for the TDS, and then we will see the payment or interest, how we can give the interest details, and then we will go for the challan reconciliation, and we will go to the T26Q readiness in a Tally Prime. So these are the things we will see today in the TDS. This is the agenda. So first we will see the basic of the TDS. So as we all know, TDS we deduct for the person to whom we are making the payment. Okay, so if we incurred any expenses or we have purchased something from as guided by the government, if we are doing that at the time of payment or at the booking of the invoice, first we have to deduct the TDS, and that TDS we have to deposit to the government. Okay, and then the TDS will get rectified at the PAN number of the other person, so to whom you have deducted the TDS. So these are the basic things for the TDS. Okay, so let us understand the configuration of the TDS in a Tally. Then we will see the JV part, and in a purchase part how we can do the entries. Then we will see the lower or zero deduction part. Then payment and interest we will see. Then challan reconciliation, that part we have, and then we will see the 26Q readiness. Okay, so as I said, ki what is the process of the TDS? So first of all, we need to either go for the advance booking or the expense booking, whichever is earlier. At that time, we have to deduct the TDS. Okay, so if whether we are booking expense first, or whether we are payment giving payment in advance first, at the both the time we need to deduct the TDS. Okay, once the deduction of TDS has been passed, then we have to do the payment of the TDS. Okay, to the government we have to file the pay the TDS. Okay, then we have the return TDS return filing. That return we have to file. Then the government will will give the TDS certificate that we have to cross verify, and then that thing will get reflected in the 26Q or 26 AS of the other party. So this is the process of the TDS that we have to keep in mind. Okay, so in Tally, let us understand in Tally how we can do the TDS. Okay, so first of all, we will configure the TDS on the company level. First, company configuration we have. Then we will see the party configuration, then expense ledger configuration, and then duties and taxes configuration. So keep this one in mind. First, company configuration. Second, party configuration. Whatever creditor you have, that configuration we will do. Company creation configuration is first. Then we will configure the party. Then expense ledger configuration, and fourth we have the duty and tax ledger configuration. So duties and taxes ledger configuration we have at the last. Okay, so let us understand how we can do that. So first of all, click on the company. We have one option of F11 feature. Click on F11 feature. Here we will be having an option of enable tax deducted at source. Make this option yes. So once we done this, enable this option. Okay, so here we have to provide the details. Okay, so let us provide the detail. So like I will provide the detail, my TAN number and all. Okay, as well as I will provide my tax deduction and collection account number, same number I will provide. Okay, I am a company. So 4 alpha, 1 numeric and 1 alpha, same is there. Okay, one I have given extra. Okay, here I am a company. As a deductor, I am a company. So I will provide this. I am a deductor company. So I will provide a company. Then I will mention if I have any branch and all. Okay, so that I will mention. So right now I don't have any branch details, so I will just keep it. Okay, again we have a button of set alter responsible person detail. Before that, you can click on the configuration button and you can explore this option. So show all deductor types, enable search and search detail, and provide alternate contact details. That I will first enable. So here you will see I have nothing like branch, like 022 is my STD code. I will provide my phone number. I can provide my email address, kd@gmail.com. Okay, this is my email address I will provide. Then I have a set alter details of the responsible person. So just by mentioning yes, you can see the responsible person detail will come. You can mention the name of responsible person, his designation. Okay, everything you can mention. What is his designation and all. And here just mention his PAN number, not your PAN number, the responsible per PAN number. Okay, so provide the details. Okay, like where he is residing, his town, city, everything. And you can see in the note all the above details will be used in a challan forms and returns. So keep in mind, for challans form and return, these details should be used. And I will accept this one. Okay, then we will have an option of ignore IT exemption for TDS deduction. So as we all know, IT exemption, the government has given the IT exemption, like for 194I, we have an exemption of 1,80,000. If 1,80,000 cross, then only it will get hit to the 194I. Okay, rent. In 194 side, we have the single bill limit of 35,000 and the overall limit of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so this is how, if we need to ignore, so we are not ignoring right now, but if you want to ignore this one, so we can go for the ignorance and we can charge from the first rupee. We can deduct the TDS from the first rupee. Then we have activate TDS on the stock item. Right now we don't have any stock item on a TDS on any stock item. If we have, if we are doing that things, then you can go for this option. And if you have any foreign details or the foreign client to whom you have to deduct, okay, then yeah, if you the government has asked for the surcharge and all. Okay, so if you are resident or non resident, select here its status and applicable date, and from which how much surcharge is applicable, how much cess is applicable, that you have to provide the detail. Okay, so if you have the surcharge and state cess detail, you have to mention over here. So this is how you can see entire things I have provided. Okay, email ID, everything, responsible person detail, this rate and exemption, everything I have given. So I will just accept this one. Okay, so I have configured the TDS on my I can say part of my company configuration first. So configuration, company configuration has done now. So let us understand how we can do the configuration at the party level. As I said, so next configuration is at the party level. Okay, so let us understand party level, then we will see the expense level, and then we will see for the duties and taxes. Okay, so first of all we will see, we will first go to the expense ledger. Let us understand how we can generate, how can create the expense ledger first, and how we can map the TDS to it. Okay, so first go to the create ledger, and here I will mention a ledger, rent. So rent is the ledger and it's my indirect expense, so I will mention indirect expense over here. Then it will ask for the GST. If I have the GST detail, I can mention the GST detail. Otherwise I will directly come to the is TDS applicable. Just do applicable over here. Okay, and here it will ask me for the nature of payment. Okay, which section is applicable to this rent, correct? Then what I will do, I'll here I will be having an option of create. Okay, I'll just click on the create. Okay, here again I will click on the configuration. I will enable, first enable every option, then I will show you what options we have. Okay, then I have a button of helper over here. So if you are licensed, if you have license, you can see I have a license, and if you have the internet connection, both if you have, then you can click on the helper. Okay, once you click on the helper, the list of nature of payment will come in front of you, and here you can select your nature of transaction. Like 194I is there, rent of land, building and furniture. So this is the section I'm looking for. I'll just enter. So everything will be there. It will get charged, and without PAN it will automatically take a 20%. So right now we don't have any remittance code or software royalty, or if we are not also giving the any relaxation rate for the non residents. Value limit for single bill we have in a 194C in so we will skip over here, and with PAN we have the rate of 10%, and without PAN we have rate of 20%. So I will mention everything. Okay, so once I complete here he will ask me for the threshold or exemption limit. So for 194 I have an exemption limit of 1,80,000. So I will mention the exemption limit also. Okay, so this is how I will mention. I will create a rent and land of building. So nature of transaction which I will map to my expense ledger. So this is how I can map the details to my expense ledger. So what I did, I come to the applicable, then I go to the nature of payment. I click on the rent create button, and here I go to the rent and building. Here I will select the helper, and out of helper I will select the section. Okay, necessary section which is applicable for the rent, and I will just accept this rent. Okay, so this is how we can configure for the expenses. Now we will see the other expenses like advertisement expenses. Okay, advertisement expenses, we will create one more. Advertisement expenses is also indirect expense. GST, if applicable, just mention applicable to the GST, and you can provide all your details. So I will just mention applicable GST applicable to this one. So this is the rate. I will mention GST rate as 18%. Okay, and here I will come to the set is TDS applicable. I'll come to the applicable, and here again I will click on the create. Here I again go to the helper, and I will select the 194C. So under 194C I have option of payment to the contractor. So this is the contract, it is under contractor, so I will select the payments to contractor. So payment code and everything will come. Okay, so value limit for single bill is 35,000. If my single bill crosses the 35,000, then this will be applicable. And for individual and HUF, we have a rate of 1%. And for other deductive type, I have a rate of 2%. So this is how you can mention. Okay, so many people have under 194C. If we have for the individual and HUF, PAN with PAN, 1% deduction is there, and without PAN 2%, and total exemption threshold limit is 1 lakh. Okay, so this is how we can mention the detail. If your single bill value is 35,000, you have to you can mention 35,000, and if it is in totality it is going more than 1 lakh, you can mention a 1 lakh. Even though you can click on the configuration and you can enable this button should be enabled. These are the hidden button that you have to enable first. This is how you can accept the button, and you have to accept the ledger. So once we have created two expense ledger, so we will create one more company like Ram Private Limited. This is the company. Company will be under sundry creditor to whom we are taking the services. Then he will ask me, is TDS deductible? I'll just mention yes. Okay, then he will ask me the deductive type. Okay, so I will select deductive type here, a company with the resident. Okay, a resident company is there, so I will create click on the resident company, and then we have an option of deduct TDS in a same voucher. This will automate your feature. Okay, so this will tell you that whether the turnover or the threshold limit has been exceeded for this party. Okay, then what you need to do, or how we can generate the TDS things, and all how we can pass the TDS entry, that automatically give in front of you. Everything will give in front of you. So here TDS, deduct TDS in a same voucher. First of all, I will mention to yes first, and here just give a PAN number, otherwise it will deduct on the 20%. Okay, so I have mentioned the PAN number. Okay, here I have provide PAN details. So if suppose if we have one company, okay, whose we have the individual company, okay, or one person company, or the proprietorship, where the business name is different and pan details are different. So what you can do, name of pan you can mention the person name. On the business, suppose we have a business of Karishma Enterprises, but he is a proprietor and his actual name is Rakesh Sharma, so you can mention Rakesh Sharma over here. Okay, your ledger will be at the name of Karishma Enterprises, but your pen will be at the name of Rakesh Sharma. So this is the feature of this option. So while by clicking on provide PAN details, you can mention all the details. So here you can mention your GSTN number. If you have the GSTN number, you can mention. Okay, I'll just mention one number. So this is how I provided the detail for the RAM Enterprises. Okay, RAM Private Limited, I have completed. And now I can move to the voucher and I can pass the entry. So I will show you how we can pass the entry and how we can do the necessary thing. So again, I will go to the voucher. I'll come to the purchase first. Okay, so for the time being, I will just remove this one and I will change the mode to the invoice mode. Okay, here I will mention the supplier invoice number and I will change the date first. So date will be first 2nd April I will mention. So for the period of April, May and June, I'm doing that. So 2nd April 20 is the date. I will select the party RAM Private Limited. Here I will select the my expenses, which is the rent. Okay, suppose on 2nd April I have given the rent of rupees 90,000 to the RAM. Okay, so if I have given anything, I can mention GST over here. So I will mention the GST. So purchase taxable I will mention, and I will mention my GST at the 18%. Okay, so on that I can mention my CGST and SGST. Okay, here I can prepare my TDS ledger also. So by pressing Alt C, I will prepare a TDS ledger also. So I will prepare first TDS on rent. Okay, it will be under duties and taxes. Here mention your type of duty as a TDS and then map your ledger to your nature of payment. So my nature of payment was rent of building or furniture. So I will accept this one. So nothing will get charged because threshold limit not yet passed. You can see. So I have not crossed threshold limit by because my threshold limit is 1,80,000. Right now I am passing entry for 90,000 only. So I will just accept this entry first. Okay, so first entry I have accepted 90,000. So what happened on after 3 days? After 3 days, on the fifth, again I paid 95,000 as a rent. Okay, after 3 days or after 1 month also, you can pass any time. But if I say in a same month, after 3 days, I have passed to the same party rent of rupees 95,000. So again, I will come here and I will select a ledger of rent. Now I have paid 95,000. So by this 95,000, my I can say the information or my threshold limit of rupees 1,80,000 will get passed. Okay, so it will get exhaust. So now you can see 1,85,000 is my limit. Again, I will prepare my CGST and HGST. Okay, right now correctly, it should be input CGST and input HGST. But right now I'm just giving CGST and HGST to you. It should be input. You can make it input. Okay. Uh, Just a second, I will make it correct. Okay, this is correct now. So input CGST and input SGST you have to mention. Okay, so here you can see you can go for the TDS on rent, or if you skip that or you forget that, suppose you have forget that, just press enter of the list, enter enter enter, because we have mentioned deduct TDS in a same ledger, you know, in a RAM Private Limited we have enabled this option. So we escape and we accept the entry, automatically when pop-up will come, TDS is not deducted for the previous bill RAM Private Limited, do you want to deduct now? Just click on yes. The date you have to select on which date, so same date it will take, party it will automatically take, nature of payment and duty ledger. Okay, this is how your entry will get passed for previous bill rupees 9,000 and this bill 9,500, and total 10% 18,500 your TDS will get deducted. Just click over here and against reference, against this bill and that bill you have to mention, against this bill you have provided or you have given rupees 9,000, and against this bill you have provided 9,500. Okay, so this is how, just give a reference and accept this bill. So once we accept this bill, if you go to the TDS statement, display statutory report TDS report under 26Q, and if you select the period like 1st April to 30th June, okay, you can see your everything has been mentioned. Okay, RAM Private Limited, and entry is here. So just accept the entry and you can say everything is here. Okay, so this is how the information will come in your system, that this is how it is deductible at the normal rate. Okay, 18,000. The balance deductible as coming in a minus deductible, but even though you can click on the TDS deduction over here, nothing is there. It has already been deducted. So this is how your information will come in your system. So it will come at the normal rate right now. If you go to the DSS journal, you can see the journal which has automatically get passed. So this is the journal in the April month. So it had get passed automatically. Okay. So even though this you can pass this kind of entry via JV, you can directly go to the journal. Okay. Under the journal, you have the journal number. You can click on the party name, party expense account debit to party. First select your expense. Rent is your expense. So mention 90,000 is expense. Okay. Then we have the party. If you select the RAM Private Limited, you can say 81,000 will automatically get deducted. Against reference, you have to select. Okay, or you can go for the new reference because it's a new entry. And this has been debited with the TDS, and you can select the TDS ledger, TDS on rent, and you can accept the entry. Okay, this is how we can do. One more thing you have to just rectify, like go to the alter and under the ledger, go to the input ledgers and do one thing, TDS undefined is there, just make it not applicable. Otherwise it will give you the error. Okay, keep in mind, just go here and make it not applicable. Okay, so once you do that, you can go to the display statutory report, TDS report, and under 26Q, select and you can see. So now you can see it has deducted at the normal rate both the entries are there. Previously I have not mentioned not applicable to the CGST and HGST. That is why it is showing at the right hand side balance deductible, but it will never show you once you do that things. So this is the minute thing or the a small thing which you have to which you need into take in your mind need to take in your mind. Okay, so these two entries we have passed. Okay, then we have one entry of deduction at the higher rate. Okay, we will see the deduction at the higher rate also, how we can do that, and we will also see I will also create one more party and we will see the advertisement expenses, and as well as we will see all these options also. So first of all, let us see. I will create one more party. So under ledger, I will create a party Ganesh Enterprises. He is sundry debtors, sorry, sundry creditors. TDS deductible, I will mention yes. He is individual resident. Deduct TDS in a same voucher. I will just mention no right now for your confirmation ki kya hota hai. What will happen if I mention no over here? Mention his PAN number. Okay, and here what you can do, Ganesh Enterprises is a business name, but here you can mention his uh, actual name like Ganesh Sharma. Okay, this is how you can mention his actual name over here. You can mention his regular detail and all the details if you want. So Ganesh Enterprises is the party. Let us understand how Ganesh Enterprises and the advertisement expense will take a place. So here in the JV itself, we will pass one entry in the JV itself. So advertisement expense I will take. I will select the advertisement expenses 40,000 because 35,000 is the limit. So I will select 40,000 directly. And for your reference, as you all know, I have mentioned Ganesh Enterprises deduct the TDS in the same voucher. I have mentioned no. So once I click on the Ganesh Enterprises, it will credit me the 40,000. So again, the debited the expenses for 40,000, credit to the Ganesh 40,000. Okay. And what I did, I have mentioned, as you can see, previously I have mentioned yes to this, that is why it has automatically come, but here deduct TDS in the same voucher I have mentioned no. Okay, so what I will do, I will accept this one. New reference JV3. Okay, again here you can mention JV3 and you can accept this one. Okay, so once I accept this one and once I enter, automatic one pop-up will come, TDS is not deducted for the previous bill. Ganesh, do you want to deduct now? Just mention yes over here. Give the date on 5th April, Ganesh Enterprises payment to contractor, and duty rated ledger I will give to the TDS on advertisement expenses. Okay, here I will select the duties and taxes, TDS, and here I will select on payment to contractor. Okay, even though I can make over here payment TDS on contractor, that would be better. Okay, duties and taxes and everything I will mention and I will accept this one. Okay, now you can see 400 rupees, that is 1% has been deducted. 1% for individual and 2% for the company. Okay, and against reference I will mention and I will accept this entry. So once I accept this entry, you can directly come to the GST TDS report. You can come to the TDS report under 26Q, mention your period. And you can see all the entries has come here. Ganesh Enterprises and Ram Private Limited, both the entries has come. TDS deductible, everything will come. Then we have deduction at the higher rate. So how we can do that? Higher rate means we have not provided the PAN. Okay, if we have not provided the PAN, if we are passing the entry, how it will come? I'll go to the alter ledger. Sorry, I will go to the create and ledger. I will create that Mahesh Enterprises. So sundry debtors, sorry, sundry creditors, and here I will skip the PAN number. TDS deductible first. I will come to the TDS deductible. I will mention yes. Who is he? He is a resident, individual resident, and I will skip the PAN number. So if I skip the PAN number, or if I don't have any PAN number, Tally will automatically deduct my taxes on the 20%. So let us understand. I will pass the entry from the purchase. So I'll come to the purchase. Here purchase number is there. I will provide the supplier invoice number. I will select the Mahesh Enterprises as a party. Here I will select the expense. My expenses is advertisement expense. Amount is 60,000 and it should deduct me at the 60%. I will select my CGST as GST, and here I will select my TDS. So if I select the TDS on contractor, it will deduct on the 20%. Okay. So as we have seen, it has deducted on the 20%. Just accept the entry. So once I accept this one, you can directly go and see it has deducted at the higher rate. So for this category, okay, Tally, you have to first confirm with the Tally that whatever Tally will first ask you for the confirmation, and once you confirmation it has not received, then only Tally will come to the deduct at higher rate. So go to the uncertain transaction, come here, PAN not available for party, confirm here that it is unavailable or not available. Okay, once you confirm here, Tally will directly go to the next level and it will show you the deduction at the higher rate. Okay, so the confirmation is very important. Maybe you have missed out something, that is why Tally will first keep that things in an uncertain transaction, and once you confirm that your PAN is not available, Tally will directly give you to the higher rate. Then we have lower rated or zero rated transaction. Okay, how to give the things, or how to give this, how to take these transactions, then let us see. So first of all, keep in mind lower and zero rated transactions, where we have to enable that point we have. But before that, we will see the payment thing, where first we will do the advance payment, and then we will see what is the effect of advance payment we have. Okay, so first, before looking into the after that, after this hour we will see this. We will first see the payment thing, how we can deduct the TDS on the payment part, that we will see. Okay, so first of all, come to the create ledger. I will create a HDFC Bank. So it has already been created. So bank I have created. Okay, so I can go for the voucher. So under the voucher, I will select the payment. Okay, on 6th April, I'm doing the payment. So I will select the payment date in from HDFC Bank. I'm doing the payment. To whom I'm doing the payment? I'm doing payment to the RAM Enterprises, RAM Private Limited. Payment of rupees 60,000 I'm doing right now. Okay, it's advance. So I will mention the advance reference number, advance 001. It's my advance reference number. Once I enter over here, okay, it will ask me the detail, everything I have detail for. Okay, even though I can click on the F12 configuration button, and here I will be having a button modify tax detail for TDS. Just mention yes. Just mention yes to these both options. Okay, come here again, HDFC Bank. Now I will enter over here, and once I enter, enter and accept this one. Okay, so now I have accepted these things. Okay, so you may say what will happen. Okay, on at the time of payment itself you have to deduct the TDS, correct? But you have not given any effect to the TDS. Okay, you can directly come to the voucher. Okay, you can click on the receipt journal. Okay, what you have you have done nothing. You have passed simple payment entry. You have missed everything at the payment entry. But what you can do, you can directly come to the JV. You can click on the stat adjustment. Sorry, you can click on the autofill button. Here you can select the TDS deduction. Date it's 6th April. Okay, it will give you the automatic details of the payment. 6th detail on the 6th we have passed the entry for just a second. I will again go to the party entry. I will select a TDS on contractor here first. Tally is not giving automatic right now, but I'll select from here in the payment entry. I will select the TDS on contractor. I will select the amount manually. The amount is it is the company, so 2% will be applicable. So 1,200 is the amount, and I will accept this one. So once I accept, so directly you can go to the display statutory report TDS report 26Q. Select the period. Go to the normal tax rate Ram Enterprises, and you can see the payment entry also will get passed here. So one uncertain transaction it is coming for rupees 1,200. So I will just mention a period for which period it is. So sorry, one more time I will do the entry for the payment, but because it is not catching in a tally. So again, I will go to the voucher payment. I will select a bank. Here I will select other party. Mahesh Enterprises. Amount is 70,000. Advances, and here TDS factor I will select TDS on contractor. I'll press F12 here. Accessible value also. So payment to contractors, accessible value is 17,000. TDS now will automatically come. You can see 14,000 just because of few technical things. It has not on previous entry. It has not get calculated, but now you can see it has got calculated over here. TDS on contractor, and you can accept this one. So once you accept, now you can see TDS report 26Q for Mahesh Enterprises. It will get passed. So now you can see it has get passed on the higher rate payment of 70,000. 20% has get passed. Okay, so this is how, even though for the normal transaction you can pass the entry. I will just deduct this one previous entry and I will try to do again. So again I will go to the voucher payment. Here I will select the bank, party name Ram Private Limited, amount 80,000, advance 003 is the number. Here I will select the TDS on rent on building. 80,000 is the amount. Now you can see that TDS has been deducted as 8,000 rupees directly 10%. So this is how even from the payment you can do. And if you skip something, like right now if I skip the passing, like first of all I told you, so if I go to the Ram Private Limited, I put the amount 70,000. Okay, either here again I will select the advance IDV 004. Okay, and here if I skip something, like I skip this one, instead of passing entry I can directly come to the voucher. I can go to the JV, and in JV I will be having a button of autofill TDS deduction 6th April, and here the party information will automatically, I don't know why it is not coming. Party information will come that 6th April, this is the deductible amount. Even though you can go to the display statutory report TDS report 26Q, you can select a period. Okay, here we will be having an option of TDS deduction, and here also you will be getting, and part or JV will automatically get passed. Okay, this is how you can generate Ram Enterprise. You can see this 80,000 payment entry is there. Okay, so this is how you can do the entry. And one more thing I just want to complete before going to further. This 80,000 I have passed, but what if the bill has came? Once the bill has came, we have to adjust this 80,000 against the bills. Okay, so how we can adjust that 8,000 which we have already paid with the payment, that we will see. So as we all know, ADV 003 is the reference number. Okay, so again I will go to the voucher, go to the purchase. I will select the date 24th April. Original invoice number I will put. Then I will select the party Ram Enterprises, Ram Private Limited. Here I will select the expense, that is rent. And previously I know 80,000 was the amount. So put the 80,000 rent on land building, put everything. And here if you select the TDS on rent, okay, it will ask you that you adjust against the advance TDS payment, make it to yes. Okay, so against reference just select your payment. This is the your payment date is 80,000, and against that you have deducted the 8,000. Okay, so this is how just accept this entry. So for this, you have nothing into the reference. Okay, nothing will get charged because 80,000 has been passed. If your amount is 1 lakh and for rest of the 20,000 again, you can go for the bill. So nothing we are passing. We have adjusted entire 80,000 against the payment. So once you accept that, nothing will get changed at the payment level. So you can go to the TDS and you can see the report. So I will come to the TDS. I will click to the 26Q. And even though you can see Ram Private Limited, entire thing is there, payment 80,000 is there, and it got adjusted. TDS got adjusted via the purchase. Okay, so whatever if you have purchased and you have already paid the TDS with the via payment you have already paid, you can adjust your TDS with the entry. So as you seen on the last entry, that how we can adjust the TDS that we have seen. Okay, so one more time I will take you through with the same with that entry again. April, if you see this entry, rent 80,000 is there, and if you come here and if you select the ledger TDS on rent, it will ask you for the adjustment. Okay, it will ask you for the adjustment, and once you adjust that, it will go to the adjustment part. Okay, so this is how we can adjust the TDS, our TDS in a proper manner. So this is how we have completed the payment part also. So how with the payment, and next part we will see the lower deduction, the zero deduction certificate, and the exemption level, how we can apply to the TDS.